the morning, got the world on my mind. Bills keep stacking and I'm falling behind. Traffic jams and deadlines, they steal in my groove. Oh, this hustle's got me singing the blues. But hey, we all got a story to tell. Every little struggle, it rings a bell. From the grind to the size, we've all been there. So let's put it in the air, yeah, let's declare. What's your title? Baby, let it flow. From the 9 to 5 to the folks who move slow. What's your title? Shout it nice and loud. We're turning the stress into a jazzy sound. Gossip at the water cooler, same old scene. Chasing validation on the glowing screen. Why's my coffee always cold? My Wi-Fi's down. I'm a city so lost in this weary town. But hey, we've got a reason to laugh. Life's just a crazy, unpredictable path. From the grind to the size, we've all been there. So let's put it in the air, yeah, let's declare. What's your title? Baby, let it flow. From the nosy neighbors to the overpriced shows. What's your title? Shout it nice and loud. We're flipping frustrations, jazzing up the crowd. People cutting lines, rent that's too high. Broken AC on a humid July. Unanswered texts, those awkward replies. Oh baby, it's a world full of sighs. So let's groove through the madness, sway with the pain. Find the rhythm in the chaos, let's dance in the rain. Watch out your breath, go ahead, confess. We're turning tired moments into jazzy finesse. Finesse.
I can't hear.
I'm over here talking myself to death and you couldn't hear me. So I'm gonna start that over. And I guess I lost Thundercat. But happy Saturday, everybody. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Well, hello, Thundercat. I was sitting there talking myself to death with the mute on. Okay. So, yeah, guys, happy Saturday. I am here, your
Gotta be
host,
kidding.
Pitbull and my sidekick and co-host
Ca-
Thundercat.
Can you hear me?
I can. How
Can
you
you?
doing, Thundercat?
I
Yes.
don't know why it's popping in and out on its own. I'm not touching anything. It just,
But can you hear me?
yeah.
Okay. So let's start
Can you hear
over.
me?
Yes.
Okay.
Happy Saturday. What you tired of, family? It's your girl Pitbull and my co-host Thundercat, my best friend. We come to you every week with real talk, real tired about things that we're tired about. So, welcome to our channel once again, guys. Y'all know we be having technical difficulties. So, some of y'all probably looking like, damn, why she look like that? She didn't look like that last night with that commercial. You absolutely right, because I'm gonna be cute. You know, it's the month of April. We starting a new month. Happy April. April is my birthday month. So we are going to show up and show out every week on April. So let you guys know. Y'all see I'm cute. I done did my hair. I done put on my little, let me show y'all. I done put on my little shimmy shirt. The girl is going outside. The girl will be going outside a little later today. So had to get a little cute. But once again, welcome to our channel, guys. We really appreciate each and every one of you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment on our page. Once again, we thank all of you guys who have joined with us, subscribe to us. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. We did get one little donation on Cash App, so whoop whoop to that one who sent us that donation. We got a $10 donation, friends. So it's a start somewhere. So we thank you guys for that. So just remember to like, subscribe, share, and comment to what you're tired of. If you would like to donate, we do have Cash App at what you're tired of. And then we do have PayPal at what you're tired of at gmail.com. I lost my thinking for a second. All right. And as you guys know, as always, we follow the laws, we follow the rules here. So we definitely follow the disclaimer. So make sure that you guys know we don't break no laws here. We try our best. We try not to curse, but that don't work. So
I
we
don't
just
talk.
follow the rules. We follow the laws. You don't curse. Is that what you said?
I said I don't try not to.
Oh, okay. Well, she don't try not to, but I be trying not to. But we got a special announcement today where we ain't gonna have to try no more. We're
Uh-oh.
gonna be able to say what we want to say when we want to say. All right. So I'm very excited about that. Let me get there you go, Thundercat. All right, so thank you to all of our sponsors. Ground Star Fitness. If you guys need to get your fitness on, hit them up. They are on TikTok and Facebook. Kiko Creations. You can hit them up for all your creative needs and your designs. Sweet to My Soul, any luxury fruit or any appetizer to fit your needs, we definitely can meet you with that. Real Estate Gang, if you're looking for a home, to rent a home, to buy a home, hit up Real Estate Gang. They work out of all 50 states. We have We Out Cheer. That's my homeboy JT and his friend the Mailman. They in Atlanta, out in the country of Georgia, going to the spots, hitting it, singing karaoke. I'm gonna have to find that karaoke that JT did, and I need to call him because he played too much. I don't know what he was doing, but I'm gonna have to talk to him about that. That's my friend though. I love him, but don't do that no more, friend. Mm-mm, don't do that. All right, and then finally, guys, TLC. If you need any weight loss needs, any energy needs, any vitamin needs, TLC, hit me up. I am a distributor. I do have my health and wellness business. I can help you lose 5 pounds real fast. Ask me how. All right. So let's talk about 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 self love, self love. Let's talk about it. I sound like a frog, friend. I went to the emergency and they for me. You understand me? That was really a waste of time. I went there and wasted my time for 3 hours because I told the lady that my voice is totally different. I told her that my nose was stuffy. I told her that right here on the side of my left side, my lymph node was slow because every time I turned my neck, she hurt. And you know what they did? She felt my neck
She
and
said
told
drink
me,
lots of fluids.
He said, I'm not going to give you a strep. I'm not going to give you a COVID. I'm just going to give you some Flonase and you should be fine. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, well, I'm going to say that when I get that bill. I'm going to be like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to pay that because you didn't do anything. That's accurate for 3 hours. That's what I'm going to do
Yeah.
when it comes to that. So just remember, Wellstar Douglasville, when you send that bill, that's what I'm going to say to it. You didn't do anything for me, so I'm not going to do anything for you. But all right, so back to the lecture at hand. So, self love language, guys. Remember self love language. Remember, we started that at Valentine's Day. But you have to remember to love on yourself no matter what. Life be life, and every day, everybody's going through something. And with that being said, you got to love on yourself a little more because if you don't love on yourself, who else gonna love on you? So make sure you are displaying all the self love languages, whatever they may be for you: physical touch, acts of service, receiving gifts, words of affirmation, and quality time. So just make sure that you guys pin in on that. Um, Friend, what type of self love did you have going on this week?
Um, Cooking and watering my plants, and I started a program to teach Pilates. So
Yes, friend, congratulations on that. We're going to talk about that. I don't want to
yeah,
get into that yet, but we're going to definitely get
right.
into that because we have a lot of things to talk about. So, when I was talking to you earlier, and remember, you've been up all night, ain't had, well, not all night, but almost all night. And
Yeah,
you were
all
supposed to
night.
take a nap. And I ended up taking a nap after I got off work because my tax
Right.
return that I've been doing is, oh my gosh. But I was able to help the lady. So I'm going to finish her tax return tomorrow. But it really took a mental turn. So I laid down when we got off the phone. I actually went to sleep. I took me a nap. But I woke up to Jesus, honey.
I
This
know you said that. I was like, wait a minute.
honey, I woke up to Leandria Johnson and that woman. Shout out to her. She is a powerhouse. You understand? We fall down, but we get up, and she definitely has fallen, and she definitely keeps getting herself back up. So definitely shouts out to her. Definitely shouts out to the people who make mistakes. No one's human. No one's perfect.
Everyone's human.
I messed that up. I was gonna say I apologize. Everyone's human. What I meant to say is no one's perfect. And if you think you are perfect, think again because no one's perfect. So everyone makes mistakes. And she's been going through it lately and she out here singing. And I love her. And she woke me up. I was in tears. Like, okay, Lord, I'm clearly not doing everything I'm supposed to be doing
You
because
say, I hear you. I hear you.
I
That's
hear
for
you. You
me.
know, woke me up out my sleep for that. So I appreciate that. But once again, guys, remember self love languages. If you don't remember them, Google them, look them up, but apply it to yourself, regardless of what you do. So, as I was speaking about and talking about, guys, TLC, if you want to lose weight, holler at your girl. You understand? I got a couple of people that have lost 10 and 12 pounds in a 2 week period. So I am having a special 6 for $5. These are our candy cleanse teas. We have watermelon, tropical punch, and lemonade. So if you are interested, please send me a DM, as well as if you need just some regular brewed tea, you don't have to have a flavored tea. If you want your vitamin, you got your NutriBurst. If you need your energy, we got your NRG. So once again, yep, I shot my commercial, but I can do that. It's my page. So once again, if you guys need any health and wellness help, reach out to your girl, Candy Cleanse, 1,000 families. 1,000 families, 1,000 families. I vow to be one of them 1,000 families that's a millionaire. So I'm working towards my goal. So, once again, guys, I want to say happy, 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 happy April. Happy April. Happy, 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 happy April. Happy April. It's my birthday month. It's my birthday month. Happy, 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 happy. So if y'all don't know, which y'all see, it is my birthday month. Shout out to my cousin Mark. His birthday was on the second. Happy birthday, cuz. Woo, 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 woo. I didn't realize you was that old, bro. I ain't that old, bro. So that means your brother is even older because his birthday coming up on the 24th. So we have some up and coming birthdays, guys. My brother's birthday is on the 21st. We definitely gonna celebrate 420 for those of you who are 420.
Why is that Easter
420 is Easter.
this year? Yes.
I got a lot to celebrate. Easter, the Lord has risen on a special day where He created the seed.
I'm
All right.
done. You not.
I can't wait. We're gonna have a special episode for 420. Just let y'all
Oh
know.
my.
We're gonna have a special episode for 420. So anyway, guys, with that, but welcome April. Remember, guys, join us every Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you get the real talk, real funny. You know, we comedians in our own way too. But this is my therapy. And with this being my therapy, I look forward to Saturday. I look forward to Saturdays. I look forward to Saturdays. So to let you guys know, this month our episodes will focus on family. We'll focus on love, limits, and loyalty. Now, just because they're your family member, just because they are born your family member, they're not always your family. And certain people that are outside that aren't born to you are closer to you as a family member than some of the ones that you are born with. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly because unfortunately, in families, all of that ties in. So, with that being said, all right. All right. So, family, do you love them? Do you hate them? Or can you just not live without them? That's something that we're going to talk about, guys. But before we get to that, I got to rewind from 2 weeks ago before I forget. Because you know I am getting older, and sometimes I do be forgetting stuff, and that shit is funny to me because my grandmother's going to be 97, and she be forgetting stuff, and she like, but I just be forgetting, girl. I am 53, and I forget, so we can't gonna talk about you being 96 and forgetting. So I want to do a rewind, guys, for the week that we missed because the week that we missed, Thundercat had some stuff going on, and I want to talk about it. Like I'm really distracted because I want y'all to understand. Yeah, she finna laugh, bro. Laugh on because we're gonna talk about this when we get to this family before I forget. All right, so I want y'all to understand. Y'all remember 2 weeks ago we didn't get to stream live because Restream was on that bullshit, and I had to reach out to them for them to get it together. So I'm glad that they did get it together because I pay for this, and this is something that we do every week. And we've been doing it, and we thank you guys for following, liking, subscribing. But on that Saturday, y'all, because I talked to my friend outside of this podcast, we normally talk every day. So it was like a phone tag. She'll call me, I'll call her. She'll call me, I'll call her. We missing each other. So then she had the nerve. No, I'm skipping a week. I done added a week. Okay, let me go back. Let me go back. Okay, so no, I done call her to get ready for the podcast because we tried to log on early so I can make sure all the technical difficulties are taken care of, right? So I see she's not where she belongs. She belongs is at home. And she was not at home. And I really think because she was not at home, that's why we were having the technical difficulties in the beginning. And I found out that there's a landlord, and the she went to visit the landlord. At first, I thought the landlord was at her house, but no, she went to go visit the landlord, and that day service did not work. So I really believe that it's the landlord's fault. And the landlord, this is for you. I did make you a special video this morning, but this one is a shout out for you on the live podcast. She not supposed to be having nothing to 2026. Keep your ass where you belong because that is not what we are supposed to be doing. Okay. Now I'm sorry that I had to shout at the camera, but we made a pinky promise, and y'all know every time we on here, she talking about I ain't gonna talk to nobody to 2026. Well, the landlord done came to collect, and I'm not even a jealous friend, but I'm saying this nigga took my time away. Like, what's happening? So
that
okay, I got it
that
out. I'm sorry, I had to get that out.
that's uh, that was unexpected. No,
That's where you going with it.
yeah, who knew? I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Okay.
I couldn't have predicted that. I'm still speechless.
Oh, I see. The cat got your whole tongue right now, and
Yeah,
I am really
yeah,
shocked because I'm like,
because
what?
I'm s- speechless. hmm
Oh,
I'm still speechless.
and stuttering, speechless and stuttering. So,
Yeah, because there are no words. Like clearly, what did they say? If you want to make God laugh, make plans. Yeah, I made plans for myself, and clearly I lied to myself. But I didn't know I was lying to myself. I had no idea. I ended up lying. That's what I ended up lying to myself.
you ended up lying to yourself, friend.
Yeah, and I wasn't expecting to do it again either. I that yeah,
Well, with that
I
being said, I'm happy that 2026 has came before it was supposed to get here.
you stupid.
So I'm happy about that. But I was super shocked, guys. You know, my friend is beautiful, but she stayed like, well, I ain't gonna say just she. We stay in the house. But I was just shocked to know that the landlord she done pulled up,
Yeah.
and we couldn't even stream that day. We couldn't. It didn't even work.
No,
So I was just a
no.
little
Oh,
irritated. I just need to say that. So I said it, and now I'm done with it.
and then I didn't answer your call yesterday.
Yeah, yeah. Then she gonna put me to the. She gonna throw me to the.
Well, Thursday.
She gonna
Thursday.
throw me to the. You know how y'all see somebody calling, and then you push the button to decline that call. I said, well, I know good and well she ain't declined my damn call, and she done just threatened to send the people over here for a welfare awareness check
Yeah,
because I
yeah,
ain't been answering the phone. Like what?
exactly.
She know y'all. I work 11 hours a day, and she talking about okay, something's going on. I'm about to
Yeah,
send the. I'm about to do
yeah.
the
Josh
Bible
said,
Machine.
"What's good?"
What's
Mama said,
good,
"Hi."
JT? Hi, Mama. Where you seeing them at? Facebook.
No, on the chat. You can see
Oh,
it too. Just hit that button because you can
oh, I can't. I'm
respond.
trying to concentrate on other stuff. Hi,
But
Mom.
but you can
Hi,
respond.
hi, JT. How y'all doing? Okay, hit the chat right here. So, okay, so I do see it. That's
Yeah.
cute. Um, so okay, anyway, so I had to get that out, guys. I had to get that out. But I'm cool on that. I think the landlord is cool. I think dude is cool as a fan. You understand? I think he somebody who can have my friend happy. That's all my concern is. So regardless of whatever. But
And I ain't saying the nigga make me happy.
this you just told me you love the nigga. I thought you just
I didn't say that.
you didn't say that. All right, I ain't messing with you right now. Okay, so we're gonna slide on over from that because I had to get that out. We're gonna leave the landlord where he at. Just let him know he got a shout out on the podcast since he knew
hmm
how upset I
hmm
was that it wasn't working. But sliding over from that, friend, you mentioned something that I want to just sprinkle on just a little bit. You mentioned something about, of course, when you make a plan, God makes another plan, right? So,
Yeah,
with that
right.
being said, once again, waking up to Leandria Johnson. God has so many plans for us that we miss every day. And sometimes because of our attitude, sometimes because of our moods, sometimes because of our just misunderstanding of a person or a situation, we miss something that He has for us. And I'm going to talk about an example, friend. So don't charge it to my head or my heart, okay? Because you know I love you. But
Okay.
we talked the other day, and you was at work, and it was irritating you, and
Yeah.
your boss was on the BS, and
Right.
you was frustrated, you ready to walk out of work, you ready to just let it go and just say, I'm done, because he is allowing the enemy to use him. And
Right.
you being the person that you are, and you being
Josh
the
said
strong.
you coming in low.
I'm low. You can't hear
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
You can't hear me, friend. Can you hear me, Josh? That's better. Now I'm screaming. I'm hollering. All right.
Are you
Anyway,
are you far from your microphone?
I don't think I am. Wait, maybe I got the thing in front of it, the iPad, because I'm looking on Twitch. While you watching on there, I'm watching on Twitch.
Okay.
Remember, guys, we are on all social media sites, so you definitely can, find us on every social media site. But back to what I was saying, friend, it was just we had that conversation, and you were so heated,
Yeah.
and you had a couple of things going on that
Right.
had you frustrated to the point. He talking about he can barely hear me. Why? I'm shouting. Jeez. Mom, can you hear me, Mom? I may need an exterior mic. All right, friend.
I got one. I got two of them, but I don't know how to work them.
All right, well, we're gonna work on that for next week, friend. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to turn it up. Let me see. Do that turn it up? I don't know. But I'm gonna talk a little louder then, friend, if you can't hear me. So what I was saying is, friend, you had a lot going on with your yoga, which is your piece, with your
Pilates.
job. Oh,
Yeah.
see, I'm off today. I done called the nigga the mailman, and he the landlord. Now I done said Pilates, and I done said yoga, and it's Pilates. So please forgive me. What is mom
It's
saying?
okay. I know what you meant.
What mama saying? Because I saw it. Oh, she said she can
She's
hear me. She said
yeah.
yeah. All right. So anyway, with all that being said, you had a lot going on this past week where
Right.
one split decision could have made a different outcome.
Right.
And I'm so glad that you chose to not allow the anger to overtake your decision making, because if you would have done that, I'm sure the outcome of what the announcement I'm going to make, we have two announcements today, guys, that I'm going to just talk about. I'm sure it may not have panned out the way it panned out, right?
Mm. Right.
So one thing that I'm learning in my older age, and learning a little patience, and learning how to understand certain things instead of just popping off, because of course my name ain't Pitbull for nothing. But I've had to learn to, even though people come at you sideways, sometimes give them grace anyway, because God just want to see what you really up to. And if they hit that button to the point where you like, mother, and you refrain from that, he can't do nothing but bless you. And I'm saying that to say, all of that you had with your job going on, with Pilates going on, and you said, I'm frustrated. I got to
Right.
figure this out, because this is something that gives me peace and
Right.
helps me with my everyday since I started. Y'all want to play with me? I'm going to start my own.
Right.
So I'm very thankful that even though the enemy been on you, on you, on you, on you, on you, you didn't allow that to stop you, and you got your blessing because you were obedient and not doing what you wanted to do, and that's slap his ass upside his head and drag him through the office.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
understand? So
Oh
instead
yeah.
of doing that, you're gonna get your bonus.
Right. Right. I couldn't
Oh,
believe when the little lady said that to me. I was like, oh, she be listening when I talk. I didn't even remember talking about that.
but
But
you
she
gotta
said
remember.
she said no, D, no.
And that's another thing, friend. You got to remember, other people look at you. And even though you may not think they looking at you or listening to you, they hear you. And that
Right.
was your word to tell you, no, D, wait, don't. I understand he on some BS, but just
Right.
wait a minute. Just
Right.
hold on. And like I say, split decisions, quick decisions out of anger can change things in the
True.
split decision. So with that, you didn't quit when you was
No,
feeling like quitting. You
no.
understand?
Oh
And
yeah.
you end up finding out about Pilates. You end up getting into your own schooling so you can learn how to teach your own class. So
Right,
I am
right.
proud of you. And even with that situation, you know how much it costs. And
Oh
in
yeah.
most situations, they do not do what was done.
I know. Right.
Still
Right.
allowed, you know what I'm saying? So now,
Yes, yes,
now I
yes.
said, okay, I hear my daughter.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
long as she don't slap this man and drag his ass down this damn corridor, I'm gonna give her what she wants. Because
Right.
now her peace is giving her hell. Her job giving her hell. Just stay still. And you stayed
Right.
still, friend. Even though you was angry, you stayed still
Yeah.
and God
Yeah.
showed up for you. And now you finna be your own Pilates instructor and you gonna have your own, customers and you gonna have your own studio. So
Right.
we
Right.
gotta speak those things as we want them to be, not as they are. And
Right.
same thing, in a couple of years, everything gonna be perfectly fine. He's placing you where you need to be. So when Sky come off his vacation, we gonna celebrate.
Yes. Yes.
It's gonna be
Yes.
something
Yes.
extra to celebrate. So, friend, I celebrate you. I commend you. I'm proud of you for starting your Pilates journey. I'm
Thank you,
proud of
friend.
you for sticking in because the other day you was like, "Fuck this, I'm finna quit. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care. I don't care." And I was like, "Oh no, okay, I gotta speak something good into my
Right.
spirit because I know my friend going through it, and no, we're not gonna do that,
Right.
friend. We're gonna hold on and
Right.
give him what holding on did." So, like I said, I just want to congratulate you. I want to let you know that test you had, you passed it, friend.
Thank you. Oh, that is so nice to hear out loud. Like, wait a minute, because I sure felt like I'm gonna fail. I'm failing it. I'm failing.
You said that.
Yeah,
You said that.
because I absolutely felt like that. Like,
But when you
and I
have
wanted to fight the people at the Pilates studio. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna fail all the way around, and I'm failing. I'm gonna fail in big style. What they call it, crash out. I'm about to crash out. I was gonna crash
yeah, we
out.
didn't want you to crash out. We definitely didn't want you to
Uh-oh.
crash out.
Your sound done kicked in. Your sound definitely kicked in.
Oh, it's louder.
Oh yes, for sure.
Or was it too loud?
I don't know, but it
Oh.
definitely got louder. Whatever you did, it worked.
All I did was mess with the volume, honey. That's all I did. So,
That's all it needed
JT,
then.
Can you hear me now? JT, can you hear me now? Like the Verizon commercial used to say, "Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?" All right. So, guys, once again, I just had to give that little insert because my friend is amazing. She's going to be an amazing Pilates instructor.
Oh,
She
thank you,
went
thank
to the
you.
Pilates and saw something that really she enjoyed. And one thing I know about my friend is she put her mind to it, she's going to succeed in that. So, I can't wait
Oh,
to be
thank
one of
you.
your little, what is it? Y'all do this?
No,
Girl, you know,
it's more like take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. And that's it. Yeah.
okay, so if I do that too fast, am I going to pass out?
I mean, if you do anything too fast, you'll pass out. But no, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, if you're just doing it, it takes time anyway. So
Okay, so I ain't going to
it's
pass out
meant to
this one.
be paced and slow. It's meant to go deep breath in through your nose and blow it out loud through your mouth.
So y'all be in there making noises.
Oh yeah, all the time. It sounds very much like sexual activity. Sometimes it look like sexual activity.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Ain't that your favorite word? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What is happening? I've never been to Pilates. I ain't even really seen no
It's
Pilates. So
just it's the moves. It's the way. It's the moves.
what he
How
say?
much for a class? It depends.
I'm
It
finna
takes.
stretch.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. So when you stretch, you make noises anyway. You just think about when you get up in the morning, you be like,
That's true.
So then when you sweating, you be making noises anyway. You like,
So are you sweating having a hot flash? Or are you just sweating to be sweating?
I'll be doing both because usually I come in there. I used to come in there sweating. I'm not going in there anymore sweating. Now I'll be sweating right here on the floor in the camera. I'll be sweating in front of the camera.
Doing your own thing.
Yes.
That's
So I'm
amazing.
anxiously waiting for my reformer to come. I ordered me one, and I ordered a bunch of the equipment. So I'm waiting
Okay,
for
now
it.
you're a cheater. You're a cheater. You're a cheater. You didn't tell me that. We were talking about you were looking at them. You didn't tell me that you ordered one.
Yeah, I went ahead and ordered. I pressed the buttons. Shit, I pressed the
Oh,
damn buttons.
best friend. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what's up.
so
I'm happy
I'm
for you.
waiting.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yay. Now you
He
know you're
said,
gonna have to get your own channel and get the stretching on the
well,
channel.
yeah, I don't know. We gonna see. I don't know, cause I don't know. I don't really like people looking at me, so I'm not. I don't know. I'm not.
All right. Well, we're gonna work on that because people gonna have to look at you to be what it say? It don't take
He
long
said
for
it
my
don't take long for my big ass to start sweating.
oh, I cannot. Well, shit, it don't take long for me to start sweating either. Let that hot flash hit. It's a wrap
Size don't have nothing to do with how fast
at
it
all.
takes.
Not at all. Shit. All right. So as we're talking about sweating, let's talk about family. So, friend, we have been friends for a long time, and you know just about everybody in my family. If there's
Right.
somebody you don't know, it's probably because I don't know them. So, but family. When I think of family, so we're gonna do a little interaction here, I guess. So when I think of family, I think of me growing up, right? So I had my mom, I had my grandma, my grandfather, my aunts and my uncles. My dad was around, but he wasn't around. My cousins. And so to me, family is people that belong to each other, who were born from each other, gathering, spending time, learning, educating each other, babysitting the little ones, partying within, social events within, but just having a really good time. Not really, it might be a discussion here and there, but it's not really too many arguments. More love. You may not like them, but it's still your family, So to me, that is my description of family. I want us to, I'm going to give you the floor, of course, for you to describe your description. And then I want us to, just talk a little bit about family, our families. And, like we all know, family is good, bad, and ugly.
Right. All of it.
Anybody
Yeah.
who want to say that they don't have no problems in their family, you're a liar. Because once again, nobody's perfect. And your family's issue may not be as bad as someone else's.
Right.
But once again, nobody's perfect. So everybody has some sort of issues. What they used to say back in the day, friend, the black sheep of the family. Everybody used to have a black sheep. I thought I was the black sheep because, my tattoos and my piercings and, but my grandma loved me no matter what. So that took that black sheep shit away real quick. But I used to think that because I was definitely.
He said, "My family hell."
No, he said shit. Well, I mean, I feel you. Everybody's family is different. And so once again, that's why I say we got 4 weeks to talk about family. And we can always talk about family. But friend, that's family to me. So what's family to you?
Um, he said my whole family a black sheep.
Oh my God.
Uh, um, to me, family, my definition of family changed substantially after my grandfather passed because our whole family dynamic um changed, and it was real obvious who was the glue, who it was that was keeping everything together. But I also feel like family is dependent upon where you are, because you have a work family, you have a family within your friends, you have a family within your community. Because if, like, when you go into Quick Trip and I hear you, that's clearly your family. You know what I mean? Like, that's clearly your family. So, but I just think family for me is uh, any group of people that care about each other. If you care about somebody enough to get mad at them for something they did, that means you had an expectation of them to behave a certain way and they didn't do it. They let you down in some kind of way. That's what family is. Family is the same people that bring you joy will hurt you to your core. You know what I mean? Like that, and that's the chance you take when you love, and you tend to love your family. You know what I mean? Like, you love them, and you can't change who they are fundamentally. All you could do is love them where they are,
Right. That's true.
but I just think it's different everywhere you go. Like, because I think about the guys at work. A lot of times, that's what keep me coming to work is the family that I have at the job. You know what I mean? So, but just the group of people that care for you. They care about your kids. They ask you how your plant doing. They ask you how your dog doing. You know what I mean? Like,
That's very
they
true.
ask you how your grandmama doing because they heard you talk about her all the time.
Yeah.
And it could be anybody. Like, for you, your church family.
Yeah. That's so true.
When you had your salon family, the customers, the clients. Because especially, well, as a cosmetologist, that's damn sure your family, because you spend a lot of time
Right.
repeatedly with those people. So you're involved. Y'all having conversations. You learning about their lives. They're telling you about their situations. You feeling for them. They feeling for you. You literally seeing each other go through stuff, because a lot of shit happened at the shop. A lot of shit
A lot of
happened at
shit
the
happening
shop.
at the shop. So for those of you who don't know, me and Thundercat are cosmetologists, licensed master cosmetologists, and we used to work in the shop together. And boy, oh boy, we can have some shop stories. We can do a whole
Girl.
segment. We can do 2 months on that. Shout out to Keisha. So
Oh yeah.
shout out to
So
Reggie.
hey,
So shout out to Reggie. Shout out to
to
Tree,
Rose. Yep.
to Rose, Triandis. Triandis.
his name is Elbert. You know his name, Elbert.
I'm gonna call him what I call him.
Cause I
Okay.
said that because Triandis really was another dude named Tree, another light skinned dude in the city named Tree, and his name was Triandis. That was his name.
Really?
Yes, yes. My friend Keisha used to talk to him. So when she had met him, I
Oh,
was like, oh wow. I was like, oh wait a minute. Cause she was like, Tree. I said, Tree. She was like, yeah, that's my I said, who is that?
right.
She
Because it
said
ain't come up
Triandis. I was like, oh, that's not
now.
Elbert.
That is not
And
Albert.
Reggie in jail. Reggie, I don't think he getting out. I think he got like
Oh,
yeah.
dang. That is horrible.
He's talking about not Elbert.
I cannot. You are crazy.
Like, don't do my brother. Don't do my brother.
I mean, I'm just saying. But shout out to Styles Unlimited because that's where we used to work back in the day
Oh
on
yeah,
Fondue.
yeah.
Now that I
Oh yeah,
remember, I may not remember a lot of shit in
yeah.
Milwaukee, but that I
Hey,
do
hey,
remember.
remember Josie and Smiley? We had some cold crackheads. We had some cold.
Girl, Smiley. With
How we have both of them at the shop though is what I'm saying. How we have both of them?
Smiley. I remember
Yeah.
when that nigga used to come from the shop, girl, and put his bag down, and I used to be like, "What is he doing?" But
That
that
big
nigga
ass
thought he was a
bag.
cold stylist. He
He
thought he was a
was a
cold
cold
stylist.
stylist. He was him
Mhm.
and Josie, especially for their time.
Oh, for yeah. All right.
Oh no, let me be clear. Let
I'll
me
give
be
him that.
clear about Albert. Albert is a fighting. That's a big old light skinned former NBA playing light skinned motherfucker that will box your head the fuck in. So,
No, I can't take nothing from Tree.
no,
Tree
no,
all day. I
he
can't take
said, I
nothing from
bet that
Tree.
nigga can fight. Oh yeah, he can. Yes, yes, he can.
Oh
He
yeah. Oh
absolutely
yeah.
can.
He is first of all a tree. Look, he is a tree for
He
real.
really
and
is. Yeah,
he
yeah.
and he will dot you. Hey.
Yeah, yeah. He ain't no killer, but don't push him. He ain't no killer, but don't push him.
But don't push. Oh, we got so many memories, friend. We got so many memories. Okay.
You remember we got
So
pulled
as
over? Remember the time? Was you with us when we was in the car with Tree? And we got pulled over by the police. I don't know, it was like 1, 2 in the morning. We got pulled over. We was in his big old brown car. And the police said that car was it had been a murder. And they were looking, it was a car that his car fit the description.
no,
We
I
was
don't
in
think I
there like, I think it was
oh
me, Sugar Bear, and Kim.
yeah, I don't
I
think
think it
I
was
think
me,
I missed
Kim, and
that.
Sugar Bear.
Oh my God, we used to have so much fun with Sugar Bear. Oh my God. And Kimberly.
Yeah,
Yes. Oh
yeah,
my gosh. All of these
yeah.
names, guys, are our friends when we used to be in our early 20s and hanging out to the wee hours of the days and the nights. Those were the days. But to bring that up to talk about family. So once again, like you
Right,
mentioned, friend, it's all types of
right.
family. It's a bunch of families. Like you said, it could be
Mhm,
your church family, your work family, your friend
mhm.
family, your family.
Yeah,
You don't choose who you grow up with, and you definitely can't choose your family. And sometimes people that aren't your physical family, once I like I said, they're closer than your real family.
right.
It's just you grow together,
Mhm.
and there are different bonds that you build with people that you
Yeah.
consider them your family.
Like the
Um,
kids that your friends are friends with, you end up adopting, you end up having adopted kids, just
oh
uh by them being in the same vicinity as you or with your children. So,
yeah, I have a bunch of kids that don't belong, but I love them all the same. You know what I mean?
right.
I don't
Right.
just because they didn't come from me physically, they still my
Mhm.
kids.
Yeah.
Maya.
Yes.
Maya has a girlfriend. They've been friends since elementary school. KK, daughter. I got extra grandkids on from her. I don't tell her that. But I did tell KK, no more. Like, I'm gonna need you to get together because I love her and she doesn't have the support. Once again, this comes back to family. You understand? It takes a village to raise kids. And the village that we used to have, it's like it no longer exists. It's
Right.
like, so as you know, us growing up, we had grandma, my mama, Auntie Squeaky. We had Joe aunties, yo mama. You understand? We had each other's family. So a lot of people don't have that. And truth, I love KK to death and I would do anything for her. It's always been like that. KK used to go on trips, family trips with us when her mama didn't do nothing. I've had to tell her mama a couple of times, you her mama. But what you're not gonna do is rush me to drop her off. If you ready for her to come home, come get her.
Right.
I done took her out of town. I done took her on spring break or whatever break we on. You ain't sent $1 and I didn't ask for one. You
Right.
understand? It's out of my kindness of my heart. It ain't got nothing to
Oh,
do with the fun.
Josh
But
said, life will build you a family, and people fear to trust people nowadays. That's true.
that is true. But
That's
sometimes
true.
people give you a reason not to trust them, though, too, friend.
That's true.
You know,
That's true. But some people are just naturally mistrustful because it's been ingrained in them because they couldn't trust the people who were supposed to care the
true.
most for them. So, and then you end up doing damage to the relationships that you end up in, be it friend or intimate, simply because you had a fucked up start.
True that. And
But
like, that's true. Sometimes that's definitely out of our control, So,
yeah,
once again, guys, remember, love on your family. If you got a good family, love on them. If you got a bad family, love on them anyway, because you never know what they're going through. A lot of people are going through challenging times, meaning financial, mentally, physically. And sometimes just telling somebody you love them can mean and take them a long way. Just saying a kind word
yeah.
can take them a long
That's
way.
kind of what
So,
Josh just said. He said people don't help mold each other anymore, and sometimes the reasons are just who they have become, which is true because when you're younger you one way, but when you grow into just exactly who the hell you gonna become, that is what it is. If you was on your way to being a bitch, and then you finally get there and you got both heels dug in, ain't
and
nothing
you
nobody can do about that. That's who you are, and that's why you don't. None of the people who you used to be cool with are cool with you anymore.
that's very true, friend. Thank you, Josh, for being so interactive in the chat. I appreciate it because once again, JT, you can come on. You can, get the link. What's Mama saying?
He
She
said,
laughing.
"Love, love, love."
Yes. Now, like I said, we're gonna talk about just a couple of personal experience. So my love, unconditional, my mom. My mom is the best thing smoking. Like my mom, like a lot of people know me growing up. I'm a spoiled brat. Yep. Spoiled brat. Yep.
Yeah,
Spoiled brat.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
That I was. And I thank my mom for doing all that she did. I thank my mom for just taking the sacrifice because she didn't have to. You
Right,
understand? She could have worried about her and she didn't.
right,
She made sure that I was set up and stable. And to this day, I will do anything I can to help my mom. You know what I'm saying? I see some people who won't even talk to their mom, let alone help their mom. You know what I mean?
right.
So to me, I am truly blessed to have the mom that I have because my mom has taught me so much, along with my grandma. And you know my grandma. Everybody don't know my grandma,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
my grandma is amazing. My grandmother has taught me everything under the sun. Just like last weekend, we went to Tennessee. Y'all remember I was coming through the mountains. The shit was cutting off. But I went to go see my grandmother because at 96 years old and her being 4 hours away, I'm going to try to get to her every chance I can versus 13 hours away.
Right.
So I will be traveling back down to Tennessee to see my granny again before she make it back to Milwaukee. Because once again, she's 96. Preferably she make it. I said 106. She told me no, but I told her that's what I'm praying for. So that's what I want.
She like,
You know,
hey, listen now,
preferably the Lord.
look now.
But
Josh
it's
said
just a
your
blessing
mom
to
is
even.
amazing. He said, I told you I'm gonna come up and do the show with you.
Oh, you did. Yeah, Ma. Josh loves you. Josh remember you from the old house, and he fixed the toilet and replaced all of that stuff. He love you, Ma. He love you, love you, love you. But like I say, my family is the bomb. Now, my dad's side of the family, I told my mama I was gonna be
I was
nice.
just finna say,
So I am. So for those of you who don't know, I'm an only child from my mama. For those of you who do know me, y'all know that. But those of you who don't, I'm my mama's only child. And on my dad's side, Lord rest his soul, because he ain't no longer wasn't missing nothing. But
ooh,
anyway,
Pit bull.
I got 7 sisters and 1 brother. Okay.
Cause your
And me and
daddy
my
was a hoe. Your daddy
he was,
was a hoe. Your
yeah, he was.
Oh, okay.
He was, unfortunately. And let me tell you something. At the funeral, when we was getting ready to go to the funeral, girl, what my mama say? What my mama say? What my mama say?
She said, "Be nice."
Okay. Okay, I'm
She
be nice.
said, "Be
So,
nice."
okay. So when we was at the, everything getting together for the funeral for Wayne, which is, the man. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, so first of all, my sisters are hood rats. Not all of them. Not all of them. I will name the ones that are not. The nurse.
Now, your mama just said, "Be nice."
Okay, well, I got 7 sisters and 1 brother. So when we showed up to the funeral, now mind you, my dad didn't mess with 3 of us, and that was my brother, myself, and the nurse. Okay, but the other ones he messed with, but he didn't mess with us. So he really treated us really bad, and my name ain't Pitbull for nothing. So, he used to have choice words for me. But he told my sister that's the nurse. Girl, do you know if that man would have told me what he told her? I probably would have won too, that nigga. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. And I
What he
can't be nice
said?
on her. He told her she wasn't good. She wasn't good. She wasn't good for nothing but selling her.
Oh.
I said,
Oh,
he
oh
said
wow.
that to you?
From your
I said,
dad? Your father said that, like,
what? Why do
oh.
you say he would have got a 1-2 punch to the throat, dude? It would have been a reaction. It wouldn't even been the conversation. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you something funny on that. So, Mom, I'm trying to be as nice as I can. Mom, I'm trying. So I'm just trying to scoot around a little bit. So my dad was never a dad. Me and my brother found out that we were brother and sister when we were in high school because we tried to go with each other. And we didn't know that we were brother and sister. And we exchanged phone numbers. And he called me that evening and was like, "You got a sister?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know you. How you know I got a sister? You got a brother too, don't you?" Yeah, I do. But I ain't never met him. Well, hold on. He clicked over on the other line and called. And Wayne said, "Y'all trying to go with each other?"
Oh.
That's some funny shit. No, introduce your
What?
kids to each other. How about that, sir? How about introduce your kids to each other? So from that, though, me and my brother are like this. That's my best friend. That's my dog. That my brother has had my back. My brother is my keeper. My brother has been my keeper ever since I met my brother. I was 15, he was 14. Me and my brother, and this is the crazy part. So this tells you about Wayne. Me and my brother are the same day. We are the same age for 5 days. So my brother's birthday is April 21st. My birthday is April 26th. So this coming year, I'm going to be well, let me just say this. On April 21st, when it's my brother's birthday, we'll both be 53. Okay. And so we'll be the same age. We're twins. Irish twins, as
No,
they
like
say.
for real.
Like real talk. Real talk. And
Yeah.
5 days later, then I become the older sibling. You understand?
Yeah.
So one thing I can say about my brother is that's my brother. And I love him to pieces. And I'll do anything for him and he will do the same. But one thing I can say once again, when you don't know your family on the other sides and you're not raised like them, they kind of treat you a little different. Like my sisters thought that I was raised like them. And I had to get them together real quick. Nope. My mama didn't do what y'all mama did. My mama was
Oh.
a real parent. Okay. My mama didn't decide to allow the streets to rule her life. Unfortunately, y'all mom did. I got custody of my little sister at 15 because my parent and her parent couldn't get it together. So
Right.
I am so thankful, and I'm gonna cut it off because I don't want my mama throwing nothing else in the chat. I'm gonna cut it off. Um, but I am thankful for my mom's side of the family.
Mm.
I'm definitely thankful for my dad's side of the family, meaning because I wouldn't be here. But other than that, they can stay over there. They can be over there because I don't have time for shenanigans. I like peace. And they don't know how to operate in peace. You
Mm.
know. If my mama wasn't okay, so I got an announcement real quick. So for other talking and other things that are clearly unfiltered, we have a new page, guys. It's called Girls Talk, and it is on fan base. So we will be definitely things that I definitely can't talk about on here. I definitely will talk about on there. Mom, I will not give you the link. You do not need it because you will not like it. But I love you anyway. So, but like I said, guys, I love my family, even though the ones I don't like, they're wrong. But I'm thankful to have because the side that I do have, which is my mom's side, they taught me how to be a lady. They taught me how to be professional when I need to be.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? They taught me
How
how
not
to
to
be.
show up to your 6, 7 figure job in a hoe outfit. The hell wrong with people?
Yeah, well, I can't really. I ain't gonna show up to the 6 figure job in the whole outfit, but I might show up. I might show up in the outfit.
We didn't say you couldn't be sexy. It just don't have to be naked prostitute looking ish,
Okay,
hood rat type.
I'm not gonna be the prostitute. I ain't gonna do that.
Right.
That's
You
not
can't
my.
help
That's
that
not my.
you sexy. Sexy is one thing. Sexy could be a
Mhm.
motherfucking turtleneck dress all the way to the floor. Uh, I'm talking about clearly a hoe outfit. A clear, you think you going to the club. This is inappropriate for your job.
That's how you felt, and blam,
And blam, and blam, and blam. Check it out.
and blam. That's all I can see right there. With that was blam. All right, so guys, once again, like I said, talking about some examples of your family, of your upbringing. Like as we know, grandma didn't play with us.
Um, no, I think that's how all of us were raised at a certain time. It was just the culture, which is why it was a village raising kids, because everybody was like, "You not finna do that shit over here." And we don't care who your mama and them is. I don't
That's
care
right.
who you are. What if I see you doing something that you ain't supposed to be doing? I'm gonna correct your behavior. And it was everywhere we went. Um, but
That's
I always describe my childhood to people like it was all I could say that it was like the sun was shining every day and it was like 75 degrees. And I know I'm from Wisconsin and it wasn't no damn 75 degrees with the sun shining every day. But that's the way
right.
it was. We had a charmed life. I had a very, very charmed life, to the point where it makes it difficult for me to um make excuses for bitches who ain't shit with their kids. How about you do your job as a parent? Like, how hard is it to feed your children and make sure they're clothed and bathed and not looking a damn mess on a daily basis? My mom had 4 daughters. We was together. Every time people see us, they be like, "Oh, y'all, them little girls, y'all mom had y'all hair combed so nice. She dressed y'all so nice." Yeah, all the time,
Yeah.
every day, multiple times a day. Every time you saw us, we didn't spend no days. Look, there was no days where we looked unkempt. There were no days where we was funky. There were no days when we were less than, and we were intelligent too. We knew who we were. We knew where we lived. We knew what the rules of life were.
Right.
Well, not necessarily the rules of life, but you knew how to
What you
behave
supposed
in
to
public.
do. Right.
Decorum was important.
Right.
Your behavior was on point. So So it was just a charmed life. We had breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We had snacks in the pantry. We ate all day long. We had it was just great. I don't understand how parents who don't know what it's like to be mistreated have children that they mistreat. That that bothers me because I watch it in my own family and I'm like, you don't know shit about not having your hair come or being funky or kids ridiculing you at school because your clothes is dirty. Why would you send your children to school like that?
Yeah,
But people do it all the time.
they sure do.
All the time. But
And it's sad.
family was I loved my family. I thought family was everything. And you hear me saying was because I think not that I don't still feel that way, but I think as you get older, your love glasses come off and you start to see people for who they are. And it kind of hurts once you realize
I
that
agree.
some people full of shit, some people ain't shit, some people never was shit. Some people treated different family members differently. You know, they make differences in the family members. People make differences between me and my siblings. You know, I'm the eldest. I'm the oldest grandchild, so I'm the first grandbaby.
Right.
I watched as other children were born over the years, and I watched them be treated differently because my family, them some stuck up bitches. Like
Oh,
they stuck up. They stuck up like for real, not for play.
I remember.
They very stuck up, you know. And my mama uppity too. And so and I've been finding out lately that things that I didn't know about my mother. Like my brother was like, "Your mother is she's prejudiced." I said, "No, she's not." Listen, I'm defending her. I'm like, "No, she's not. What are you talking about? Like she what how, why would you say that?" So I asked her. I said, "Ma, are you prejudiced? Do you dislike white people?" She said, "Are you just now knowing that?" I was like, "I'm the oldest child. How I ain't know that?"
Hi, Miss Maria.
I had no idea. And then, like, remember when Emmanuel was born, right? Yeah,
Yes.
you remember that was a tumultuous time. But when he was little, he used to grab us. He rubbed. He got a problem rubbing. Now he 30 something years old now, still rubbing. And the other day he grabbed my mama, and my mama snatched her arm from him. She was like, "Stop touching me!" And he just grabbed her and looked at her. And I was like, I told you she didn't tell you no, because he told me when he was little he would rub us, and I snatched my arm. I said, "Stop rubbing." He grabbed my arm back towards him. He said, "My mama said I could rub you." I was like, "You a damn lie. Mama wouldn't say that." I'll be damned if a couple days ago I didn't. He said mamas did tell me that, and so I called her and I said, "Ma, did you tell him that?" He said, "Mama said it's you got 4 other sisters in there. Like go rub on them." And so I said, "Did you tell him that?" She said. She started laughing. She said, "Well, yeah, that's what were you guys there for?" That's what I said. What?
I can see your mama saying that too, and how calm she is and how soft her voice is.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said. She said, "Well, that's what you guys." I mean, just like she told me, this the other part of growing up. It was charmed, but my mama crazy. So she said, but I feel about her like you feel about your mama. Like my mama is the best. Like she the best. She crazy though. She said, I used to ask, could I go somewhere? She would tell me no. So, you know, I don't ask twice for stuff. If I ask you, you say no, I take your answer. I'm still like that to this day as an adult. If I ask you a question, whatever answer you give me, that's what the fuck it is. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't got to worry about me asking again. I don't come back over and over again. Like, you know, you said what you said. So then I said, but you let Tiki and Sean and them do everything. She was like, that's because they kept coming back and ask. I figured if you didn't come back and ask, you really didn't want to go. Who plays games like that?
Oh my gosh.
Why would you play with somebody like that? You know, like
Your mama.
why would you do that?
Because you were the oldest.
No, she just genetically messed up. Something's wrong with her. Like,
Ain't nothing wrong with Marie Cole,
yes,
girl.
it
Leave
is.
Marie
Yes, it
Cole
is. Yeah, no, something is wrong with that. Something's wrong with that. She said that's what we was made for, was to go run and get stuff. That's what she had kids for, to go get stuff. Like Skylar ain't never had. I don't send him to get nothing. Do you hear me? Nothing. He ain't never had to go. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't do that. I get so mad. But it's so many parents that feel like that too. So I'm fighting a losing battle when I say that to people, because
I'm sorry. Oh yeah.
I know.
Bug will talk about. Bug used to be like, Ma, you remember when you used to tell us, come over here and get the remote, and the remote be right there? Or Ma, you remember you used to be like, come and get this out the kitchen, and you right there by the kitchen. You right there.
I hated that shit. Pass me the phone. You sitting on the couch, the phone on the table across from the couch. What?
Yeah.
Josh said we were always taught to see what's in front of you and believe it, because trust the person to be them and place them accordingly. That's true. Some of us have to learn that the hard way, though. You know, some of us have to learn that the hard way. Because I think a lot of times when you grow up, what you say?
I said you be bust upside down.
Yeah, but I think that happens when you grow up kind of living a charmed life, when you never had to, you know, nothing bad never happened. If nothing bad ever happens where you are and where you live and how you grow up, you a little culture shocked when shit goes wrong, or when somebody is unauthentic, or when somebody do some dirty shit to you. And that's a lesson you end up, man, I had to learn that. I learned that over and over again. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I learned that too, but I ain't repeated too many times.
I didn't repeat it too many times, but it was crazy the amount of times somebody will try you because they think you nice.
Oh, now that, for sure. People try that still to this day, and I'm fuck around to find out. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Fuck around to find out. Enter in your own risk. Like I tell people, I ain't safe to play with, and if you want to play, then let's play. Because I love to play games.
I don't play no games, so I don't know why anybody would even do that. I'm not playful that way. I like to joke. I have a good sense of humor, and I do not like to play. So what in the fuck? Do not do that. Don't do that. I'm not a.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. Come on and play with me. Play with me. Because I'm have a lot of fun playing.
That's because you're violent. You're very violent.
I do not believe in violence. I do not believe in violence, friend. Why would you say that? I believe in promising. I don't believe in threatening. I believe in making promises. And sometimes a promise might get your ass whooped, depending on what you do.
That's what JT said. He said we also was taught if you can't handle it with words, the backyard is empty. Bang it out then, bring your ass back in the house and leave it in the yard. That's right. That's right.
In the yard. Exactly.
That's right. That's right.
I was just talking about that the other day because my cousin Lori L was a little girl, and we on 14th Street. And we down there playing with the little girl, and the little girl bad as hell, but we out there playing with her, not knowing. And I'm 11 or 12, okay?
Right.
Lori little. We out there playing. The girl started fighting Lori, and I run home. This before
you getting a whooping? Yeah, you getting a whooping. What you run home for? You weren't supposed to leave her?
I ran home, and Grandma told me, turn your ass around
and go back
out. And you better go pick up whatever it is and knock her ass upside her head. You better bring L'Oreal back with you. Girl, when I tell you I went over there, got that brick, hit the hell upside her head, and she hit the ground, I snapped Lori, and we... Grandma said, what happened? I said, well, I did what you told me to do. You told me to hit her in the head with whatever I saw, and she hit the floor, and me and Lori back at the house. You told me if I didn't do that, I was going to get my ass whooped, and that's one thing I ain't doing is getting my ass whooped by you. So I'm going to do what you told me to do. I done already got enough from my grandma. We talked about that shit, too. Back in the day, we not listening. Girl, my grandma done beat me with the phone book, not the big thick ass phone book. She had this red, hard, skinny phone book.
Her own phone book. the
Girl, when I
personal
tell
one.
you, I don't even remember what I did, but whatever the fuck I did, she made sure I knew about it. When I tell you, my cousin L'Oreal, to this day, she laugh about that shit. Grandma beat the shit out of me with that damn book. Then another time, I didn't get too many, but the ones I got were traumatic. So that's why they're so. It's like they just happened yesterday.
Right, right.
The one, okay, so you remember Grandma's old house, right? You remember when you come out the kitchen and you come to the front of the house, it was a door
Mhm.
right there where you could separate the two parts of the house.
Right, right.
Well, I wanted to do something. I done made it to the door, and Grandma had told me no, I couldn't do whatever it was that I wanted to do. And I said, I could have sworn I didn't say it out loud. I could have sworn I said it under my breath, but I clearly did not. Because next thing I know, I got hit in the back of the head with that Daniel Green damn house shoe, and that bitch was hard. And she was like, "Oh, I make you sick, huh?" I was like, "What? I did not say that." She so I'm
No, she did like my mama did. My mama said that we said stuff because that's what she would have said. So she would hit us, throw shit, knock us down because of shit. Because she said that's what she would have said. And she said, "I know you think I've been your age." I'm like, "Yeah, I wasn't doing what you was doing when you. Well, I'm not you.
friend.
My
When I
people
tell you that
fight, then we can have drinks
it's
together,
over.
so we don't hold grudges. So if you can't fight, don't talk shit." Well, yeah,
Yeah,
well, we didn't do that
friend.
though. We didn't
I
fight.
got fucked over with the shoe, is what I'm telling you. She she
Right.
boomerang that bitch to my head.
Yeah. Listen, there was that there were expert marksmen at that time. I know.
I was
I
like,
know.
damn, grandma.
I didn't get a lot of whoopings either. I got three my whole life, and when I tell you all three, all three, and they happened at different times in my life. And when I tell you, each one was more traumatic than the last. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Mama beat me with the slats from under the bed. She said I stole $10 out of her purse. I didn't steal money out the purse. She said I was the only one old enough in the house to know what to do with the money. But she forgot that Shauna used to take her purse and empty it in the toilet stool. Shauna had a thing playing in the toilet water, and Mama was gone, and I had to get Shauna out the bathroom. Shauna had took Mama purse in the bathroom, and I had taken the purse. I didn't know what she put in the toilet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what she did with stuff, but Mama accused me of taking that $10, child, and she beat me with them slats from under the bed. I ran away from home. I had one Popeye flip flop on and one off. I ran all the way to 18th and motherfucking Hampton from 8th and Keith. I walked crying the whole way. I ran away. I think I was 11 years old. Why she beat me with that slat like that? She ain't had to beat me with that slat like that. She was violent. She was a professional ass whooper. He said my mom said she was tired of hitting me and my brother because it was hurting her hitting us.
Yeah,
Mama
yeah,
used to,
that's what
Mama
happens.
used to cry. Mama used to cry. And then she would sit us down after we get our ass whooped. I'm talking about beat, Gestapo style. She would sit us down and discuss with us what we did wrong and what her expectations of us were going forward and how we could avoid getting ass whoopings like that in the future. That was she crazy. And that's why I got three. This whole life, three. You don't got you don't
Oh,
gotta hit me. I
oh,
understand English written and spoken. Please don't touch me. Don't put your hands on me. I heard you. I heard you the first time. You don't gotta hit. You don't got. Please don't hit me. Please, please, please. I don't want to be hit.
yeah. My mom, she tried and it didn't work, and then she just started taking shit. Oh, bitch, I'm gonna take your car. Bitch, I'm gonna take your money, and you don't
Yeah.
want to listen. Pack your shit. Where would you like to go? Because I'm about to take you. So my mom said she was sick of my shit. She said, I'm about sick of this motherfucker right here. She about to work my damn nerves. I tell her all the time, I know why you had one.
He
I
said
see.
my mom didn't cry. She was physically hurt because we tough ass. Yeah, my mama was physically hurt too because look at the shit she was hitting us with. And she cried because she was a bitch and she was mean as hell. And she crying because
Oh, Maria called.
yeah, 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 yeah. It physically hurt her. She used to tie Tiki up to a chair because Tiki was a runner. So Tiki would run. Mama started tying her to a chair. making her lay across the chair and tying her to that motherfucker to whoop her.
I cannot.
Yeah, violent. You hear me? Violent. And yes, everything hurt because the shit she was whooping us with. She started whooping. She whooped Tiki with a water hose. Talking about she had some police officer friends. They said if you whoop her with a cut off water hose, that it would it left the bruises. I called the police on her. She called my grandmama and told her, "You better come get her because I'm gonna kill her ass." Because then I found out she was under investigation for child abuse for a year after that. But you shouldn't have did that, and I don't feel bad about calling on you. Why is you whooping her with? You already beat us with extension cords and stuff. Like, why would you? You beat me with flats from under the bed, lady. Like, come on now.
I probably should have got a couple more beatings than what I got. I definitely probably should have got a couple more ass whoopings. I'm telling you. My mama should have kicked me upside. Let me tell you. I remember one time, girl, you remember James? Well, you know James. Fucking pussy in the ear. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, him. Let me tell you something. We do stupid ass shit when we young people. You understand?
Yeah, like your friend, he crazy. He talking about we used to try and get a whooping first so we could laugh at everybody who got a whooping after us. What the hell?
No. So you go
watch TV.
So you sacrificing somebody else.
What the hell?
Somebody else ass whooping so y'all can laugh. No, like I remember this one time I did some real fuck shit to my mama and that shit was whack. And I am so sorry, Ma. Again, I apologize. I know I apologized 30 years ago, but I'm apologize again. Girl, you remember when I used to run back and forth from Milwaukee to damn from Illinois to Milwaukee, from Illinois to Milwaukee, from Illinois to Milwaukee, because I had a car. And Stacy puts here, Lord rest her soul, because she's no longer here. But that was a bitch. And she was a dope head. And she stole my car and had an accident.
What?
I didn't know how to tell my mama. Yeah. And I done made up this whole damn story. I told my mama somebody done took me off the highway and shit, girl. She done called the police. Girl, I was horrible. Didn't I just tell you I should have got my ass whooped? I was horrible. So I done had my mama worried and shit. Bad, just stupid for a nigga. See how we do stupid shit for niggas? Dumb. Okay, I told my mama that the man done got me off the highway.
Oh my God.
Hit somebody eating a cheeseburger.
What? You just made up a bunch of stuff?
I done made a bunch of shit. And then so she was, upset. Why y'all say pussy in the ear? Yeah. That's what they used to call it, dude. But
got pussy in it.
My mama, so when I finally came home and shit, she was like, well, we're gonna have to go to the police station because if the people took you, they're gonna have to, look at your car and take care of make sure you're okay and make sure they didn't hurt you. And I'm like, all right. We get to the police station. The police officer take me in the back. He say, okay. So you said someone took you, right?
Oh my God.
Your mom just bought you this car though, right? I was like, yeah. And it was my graduation present. And, they took me. He said, okay, well, you're never going to take your car. I was like, you're never going to take your whole car. And we're going to have to strip it down because we're going to take the fingerprints out of it. You can go on and tell us the truth that you really didn't get taken. So we can just, we'll tell your mom. It's okay. We know you really didn't get taken because everything.
That's messed up. The officer told you that.
So my mom should have kicked my ass. My mom should have drugged my ass down the street is what she should have did. My mom should have whamped my ass. That's what she should have did. But I love you for not doing that. But that's what you should have did. That's why that's why I'm surviving these kids. Right now. Because I ain't listen all the time. So, hey, you young people, if y'all tuning in, listen to your parents. Okay, especially if you got a parent that know what they talking about. Now, if you got a dumbass parent who gonna tell you to go do some dumbass shit, no, don't listen to that. Get your own mind because when it's all said and done, if you're grown, it's your future, not theirs. So, PSA announcement. Mom, I love you, but you should have beat my ass a couple more times.
I think she knows. I think she knows.
But I
But
love
she
you,
didn't
Mom.
have to. She didn't have to because life pick up wherever the parents drop
Oh,
off at.
oh yeah, life to me now. Life to me. I learned quick. We're not doing that no more. So we have had an amazing episode today, friend. This is the furthest that we've ever gone, an hour and 24 minutes. We didn't even get to the word of the week. Word
Oh
of the week
dang.
is connection. So, and that has to go with family, guys. Connection is a relationship between two things, people or groups. So, once again, we talk about different groups, churches, jobs, friend zones, whatever you may be in, podcast, networking, whatever. You learn people and you learn to love people. So, we are going to here is my second special announcement, guys. I want to go ahead and get this out of the way. So, me and my handy dandy have been talking about this. We've been talking about a page that we can have where we can just talk about whatever. We she don't be minding some of the shit she say. I try to mind some of the shit I say, but on this site, the shit we say. That's why it's unfiltered. So we want to welcome you guys to Girl Talk Unfiltered. It is on fan base. And there, like it says, no limits, just us. So it'll just be us being us. And some people may join and be cracking up, and you may learn something. But some people may join and be like, what in the hell are they talking about? If it ain't for you, boo, it ain't for you. But it'll be for somebody. And my ultimate goal is after I saw what I saw this morning this evening when I woke up before the podcast, I want to incorporate something into our podcast, which is be
He said, "Our niggas welcome."
Yes. 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 Okay, bye, Mom. Love you. But yeah, Josh, they're welcome.
Well, Josh said, well, wait, Josh said something good. He said, whatever you do in your life, don't get mad about the consequences that follow, good or bad.
Very fact.
I mean, you can get mad, but please recognize that it don't matter.
You better do like my grandma say, oh, you mad? You better scratch your ass and get glad. Because that's what my grandma
every time you say that.
Every time my grandma say that. And I've had to just, go by that. But please, guys, please go and join us on fan base. Like and subscribe. And like I said, I haven't figured out which day we're going to go on there. Sometimes we may just go straight after this and, continue conversations that we can go more in depth. But we'd like to welcome you all to our fan base page. Please like and subscribe. So with that being said, because our time, and we had a good podcast, we actually had a lot to talk about. So make sure that you guys catch us next week when we will continue on family. And with that being said, Thundercat, what's your final thoughts for the week?
Think big, bitch.
That's your final thoughts for the week?
Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody have an amazing week. Everybody, remember one thing. Be intentional on purpose, whatever that may be.
Josh said send him the link.
Okay, I'll send you the link, friend. I'm going to call you when we're done. But once again, guys, have an amazing week. Tomorrow, if you're not going to church, pick up your Bible. If you ain't got a Bible, pull it up on Google. Find a scripture to read. Walk by faith and not by sight. Believe in whatever obstacles you have coming. Shoot for your dreams. And don't let nothing stop you or stand in your way. Everybody can achieve anything that they put their mind to. Remember that. Even in the economy that we have, the hell with the orange. We're going to talk about that next week. And the hell with the Musk. Just remember who our Father is and who we stand on. He got our back. So with that being said, we'd like to thank you guys for joining our page. Remember to join us on YouTube to like and subscribe. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And guys, and remember, remember. Which Facebook is this? This is not the right one. See what I'm saying? See how it get me on the end, friend? See how it get me on the end? We was doing real good. We was doing real good. I don't even see you no more. Where you go? Hold on, friend. Don't leave
I'm
yet. Don't
still
leave.
here. I'm right here.
I gotta find you. Where'd you go, friend?
I'm right here. I didn't go anywhere.
Oh, there.
I'm right here.
Okay, so this is what we gonna do. I'm gonna do this.
I never went anywhere. I was
I
here the
did.
whole time.
I don't know what happened. It left me. So, guys, as we always say as I close out.
Bet you think it's small. We need to be thinking big. You need to be thinking big, bitch. You need to be thinking big, bitch. Think big, bitch.
We're gonna let y'all hear one more time. So when you think it's small,
Bet you think it's small. We need to be thinking big. You need to be thinking big, bitch. You need to be thinking big, bitch. Big, bitch. Bet you think it's small. We need to be thinking big. You need to be thinking big, bitch.
catch us next Saturday at 8 p.m.
Big, bitch. Think big, bitch.
Have a good night.
Bet you think it's small.
Good night, Thundercat. I love you, friend. I'm gonna call you in a minute.
You need to be thinking big, bitch. Think big, bitch. Bet you think it's small. We need to be thinking big. You need to be thinking big, bitch. You need to be thinking big, bitch. Think big, bitch.